Hello everybody, my name is SirCrest. I broke my mic stand, so my microphone is sitting on my desk under a paper towel to keep it from falling over, so I might sound different. Maybe better, maybe worse, I don't know. Also, you may notice, wow, this game looks terrible. That's because it runs terrible for me, and I'm running it on, let's see here, lowest settings. Oh, no wonder my FPS is even lower. Let me fix that. So, yeah, so it runs awful for me. That's why I'm running at 720p. But instead of doing a impressions video, I might do that in a few days. Taking like a different look at it from a gameplay perspective, I'm just going to show some things I made. I made this on a stream. It's nothing. I made this a little while ago, and I thought for a moment that parts in the game broke. Turns out it doesn't. It's just when you're in the seat and you have, say, a tool, you can, wait, there we go. You can actually, if you accidentally right-click, it just disassembles your vehicle. So this game is in early access. Did I even say the name of the game? Scrap Mechanic, not Scrap Collector, because I keep accidentally saying that. Anyways, here's my creation that I did on a stream, thanks to someone called Cat's Eyes for helping me figure out all the wiring and stuff. It looks complicated here, but in reality it is far simplified compared to some of the earlier designs where we had like every odd wheel was powered forward, and then we had like a controller that would flip it and go reverse on the opposite. It was really weird. Anyways, we just figured out I don't need to go backwards, I just need to go forward and then just power one of them. So the way this works is the driver's seat controls nothing. I'm hitting WSAD, does nothing. The way it works is you have two engines for each pair of wheels, because these control five bearings each, and there's how many? 8? Yeah. So you can see on the wiring here, that's how it is laid out. And each one is set for a specific speed, and the button actually turns the engines on, and, well, conversely off. So let's do it. So you use 1 and 2 to actually control it, and I'm dubbing this pretty much the most worthless vehicle in the world, because 90% of the energy you're using is wasted to go backwards. And a lot of times, if you hit any sort of hill, you just continue to roll in perpetuity. And often you will... Oh my god. I was going to say you will tip over. Oh. Saved it. It was a good save. But, yeah, once you hit any sort of incline... I guess I had a bit of speed there. But yeah, you'll just keep spinning if you get any sort of consistent, Oh! And usually there's very rarely do you get out of this. But since I'm near an incline, that might be okay. Oh, if I can just get... Maybe? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it is awful. And it's hilarious to see it moving. She's just flopping around in there. And let's put it on an incline. It's hard to get out of there. Let's put it on an incline and try and drive off. All right, this might be good. We'll go into the farmland right there. All right. Now push 1 to turn, power the left side basically, and then we'll go forward. That was so exciting. Let's do a little bit more. Wow. Awesome. The game is obviously very early. It has a pretty good start into early access. I mean, it has kind of basics of what you need. It has plenty of props, probably way more than we would need at this point, because a lot of the creativity is going to be within building creations versus decorations. It needs a couple things though, like the ability to attach multiple items together. Oh, God. So right now, the way the game sets up blocks is that you just... Alright, I'm gonna leave this here. I want to show you my other creations here for a demonstration. So, welding would be really useful, and I think they're working on implementing that. But basically, you can obviously see right here that this is an issue, but I cannot attach this object here back to my vehicle. I cannot connect it. What I have to do is delete all of it and then rebuild it onto the vehicle. So I have to delete this, or I could just leave it on the ground, I guess. Delete all this stuff, because basically it's now a separate object in the game. You can only build onto objects right now. And everything makes a ding sound. And shock absorbers just fall to the ground. So if I wanted to, let's say for example it was still completely together. Let's say I wanted to extend this area, like move it off. I would have to delete this, and then delete all this, and then just redo it from memory. Not very convenient if you're prototyping vehicles. You can't even save vehicles or duplicate saves or anything like that. You have to build things from scratch constantly, which is fine, you know, early on. And then the game is early on. It's an early point in the game, but it's worth noting that. So if you're going into this thinking you're going to be prototyping a lot of stuff, you may be, but sometimes prototyping can be very annoying. It is fun though. There's, from all the items that are in here, basically from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Basically 16 items in the game actually do something. They're sort of interactive items, really have some specific purpose outside of just existing. Things like different sorts of engines. They have thrusters, electric engines, gas engines, obviously, driving seat, bearings, sensors, controllers which let you like set sequences of commands, but right now there is no linear motor, so effectively to move anything you have to use bearings, and that's to the best of my knowledge. But I will probably take a better look at it once they implement some sort of weld tool, because a lot of times my designs rely on connecting various parts together instead of just sort of a static object. Because the thing is, you don't have to reinforce anything, except for suspension, but that's a whole nother discussion. But basically blocks, as far as I know, don't break or don't flex at all. So, you know, this vehicle here, it's only like 1 block long on the, or 1 block diameter on the legs. You know, in some other games, maybe this would break off or something if it was like Kerbal Space Program or Besieged or something like that. But in this, it doesn't move, it doesn't flex at all, so there's no reason to stabilize it. But there are certain things like maybe adding multiple struts or multiple suspension springs to a vehicle in order to increase its stiffness, because otherwise the way it works right now is you'd have to stack 2 springs on top of each other. That makes your vehicle a little bit tall. Yeah, you can't add multiple springs to one wheel except in a linear fashion, so it's a bit that'll take the weld tool to work, because otherwise when these blocks are here, effectively this is the only spring that works and these just stay stiff pretty much. I told myself I wasn't really going to do much of a quick little overview of the game, but that's what it is right now. Lots of props here, which are, I like the art style, but yeah, it's a good start. But I think things that will really open up some possibilities has to do with the actual tools versus more items, if that makes any sense. That's what I think right now. The game is $20 on Steam right now. It's in early access. It just launched in early access. Developed by Axolot Games? Axolot something. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.